my name is Julia Bonet, and we are Teammate. Today we will be discussing the 3 S's which we think are most important to expand our brand to Europe. These 3 S's are strategy, style, and shared values. For strategy, it is the best way to gain a competitive advantage, and this is especially important in Europe. First off, the company needs to look at their goals in order to discover what they want to accomplish. Then they need to look at their competitors to see what else is out there. Finally, they need to look into research and development to really understand Europe's way of having breakfast.
Hi, I'm Corey Donhauer, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about style. For Europe to be successful, they need to have a strong leadership with vision, with a good vision. We thought about possibly implementing the skills and staff, but without a good leader that has a good vision, you can't really have a successful staff with good skills. You need the leader to be in there to facilitate. And you're going to want to look for someone who has some good experience in doing business in Europe that will understand the points of view of their employees and their consumers. Also, a good style will make the strategy way more effective because a good leader will be able to facilitate different issues and internal problems within the organization.
Hello, I'm Zach Tenney. I'm going to talk to you about shared values. As all of their S's tie into the shared values, we need them. We need shared values to carry out the rest of the S's. And with this, we need to stay true to the company image. And this involves sticking to the task of honoring the past and embracing the future. This is very important, especially when we're transitioning to a new culture. We also need to stick to the shared values of the company that it has instilled in the past. And this is commitment, diligence, and loyalty. If we find that these are starting to waver, we must go back to them and in order to keep the values, in order to continue the success of this company within Europe.
Now we're going to talk to you guys about some of the information you'll need to gather to start the Euro brand in Europe. It's always really good to just have basic demographics whenever you're implementing a new brand, so that's important. But you need to take it even a step further. Doing some health trends research will really help. For example, Germany might be more inclined to be more overweight than countries such as Spain and Italy. So you're going to want to do different health research there to kind of segment your markets. And then also if you do some medical trends, if you study medical trends like diseases that are happening or what people in Europe are trying to fight against, then you can try to market your product towards preventing whatever the diseases are, and that will really help your product soar.
Something else that should be considered while expanding to Europe are the different cultural trends. This includes what people actually eat for breakfast, like croissants or fruit rather than cereal. Another thing that you should look at when expanding to Europe is, instead of doing a whole Euro brand, is segmenting to different countries for their different needs. Another thing to look at is how Europeans view Americans. Some Europeans don't have the best view of Americans, and so positioning would need to take on that problem.
Another thing to consider is there are also barriers to entry. Now, the competition in Europe will be different, and so we have to consider this, and we have to look at different substitutes, such as eating fruit versus cereal, or in the different demographic areas that Julia talked about, the different cultures of eating different foods in general. There are also different tax and tariff implications that are different in the United States. Since the United States is one union and Europe is a bunch of different countries, we have to look and consider these as well. Thank you for your time. Here's a recap slide to go over what we discussed today.